One other thought, Mike, because you were so superb defensively, Gunnar Henderson's defense, when you're a shortstop and you're anchoring the infield defense, I don't think that can go understated how critical that is.
No, you're exactly right. And they are two very different positions, you know. And coming from my experience, I played the middle infield all through college. When I got to the minor leagues, I felt like it took me 2 full years to understand the angles and the hops at third base. To do this at the big league level at such a young age and how he did it so well, I think it speaks volumes to not only his talent, his understanding of the game, but the flexibility now that it gives the Orioles coming up. You know, you got Jackson Holliday. Is he going to make the roster? That ability to be able to perform at a different position, I think lends itself to be like, hey, we can put the best players on the field, and they will fill the positions for us.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive to be able to see what Gunnar Henderson, again, was able to do. 8th player in franchise history to win a Rookie of the Year award, the first AL shortstop to do so since Carlos Correa, and the 28 home runs tied with Cal Ripken Jr., second most in a season by a rookie shortstop. I mentioned Nomar.
He was pretty good, too.
Nomar back in 97 was good. Again, Rookie of the Year award winners, if you appreciate baseball history, Greg Olson, Cal Ripken, Eddie Murray on that list. And the American League Rookie of the Year, the voting results, again, unanimous for Gunnar Henderson, but some of these other guys pretty impressive as well. Tanner Bybee, the rookie pitcher, was outstanding for the Guardians, sub-3 ERA. Casas was very good. Josh Young, we love, of the Rangers, as he wins a World Series. Yainer Diaz on that list as well. I would have thought at one point Mike Masataka Yoshida would be top 5, and maybe he fell off a little bit, but I tell you what, Casas was an absolute star. You know what it's like in Boston. They really embraced him.
Yeah, you know, Tristan Casas was a very interesting person because I spent a few days in spring training with the Red Sox, and he has a very unique, let's call it, game plan. You know, his batting practice is very, very specific. He's trying to hit the balls off, you know, the batter's eye and then off the L screen. And at the beginning, he struggled. It looked like he was a little bit maybe thinking too much, a little late on the fastball, a little early on the off speed. You know, you're kind of in that in-between. But sure enough, somewhere right around May 10th, something really clicked. You know, we've talked about hand position. I know Tom Verducci broke that down earlier today. And it was something where it was really fun to watch him kind of just blossom into the player he was. From May 10th on, this guy had an OPS above 960. And if we go one step further, this is what I really love. Brings a little defensive element as well, but the discipline at the plate, spitting on pitches just off. I think he really understood what he does well. And this is what's great after the All-Star break. This is an OPS of north of 1,000. It was 4th in the American League. You want to know who in the major leagues? You want to know who the top 3 were?
Ohtani?
Acuna and Matt Olson. I mean, look at the companies in. It's probably 2 of the MVP winners out of the first 3. Matt Olson, if it wasn't for his teammate, might be the MVP. So it just shows you that when he really took off and kind of, I don't know, honed into all his, his arsenal. You know, he has good plate discipline. He's a big guy. He's spitting on pitches. He's waiting for his pitch, and when he gets it, he has the ability to do damage. This bodes well for that kind of corner 1-2 spot with Rafael Devers and Casas in Boston. And now it's someone you can build around instead of look for, you know, who's going to be that first baseman of the future.
I'm impressed, Zach, when rookies can do so well in the second half, because to me that shows they have that endurance, they have that stamina, right? You could wear down a little bit. Instead, he accelerated the second half.
He did, and I think what's unusual for a big guy that's a power guy, his ability to kind of control the strike zone the second half of the season. And to hit home runs, to hit for average, you have to swing at strikes. And I think the sooner you could recognize what your strike zone is, what you can handle and what you can't handle, and I think that translated to a powerhouse second half for him.